You ever wonder how a daily astrological forecast actually gets put together? What makes it so compelling, so sticky? Well, today we're going to do something a little different. We are going to take apart an actual daily forecast for February 24th, 2026 to see what makes it tick. We're going to look at its structure, its message, and why it works so well. So let's dive in and see how the stars are really aligned on the page. The whole entire forecast is built on this one really powerful idea, Roshni ki wapsi, which means the return of light. I mean, what a brilliant hook, right? It immediately sets this tone of hope and renewal. It's basically saying that no matter how tough things have been, today is a fresh start. It's not just a prediction, it feels more like a promise.
So here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll see how the day is set up as a day of hope. Then we'll get into the juicy part, the fortunes for all 12 signs. After that, we'll look at a specific ritual for victory that's included. And finally, we'll put it all together to see what the real message is.
Okay, let's start with the foundation, because before they get into any of your personal predictions, they first set the stage. They create this whole narrative backdrop, this astrological weather report for the day, and it colors everything that comes after.
And the heart of this whole thing is something called the Punarvasu Nakshatra. Now, the name itself literally means the return of light. So by centering the entire day on this one concept, the forecast brilliantly frames every single piece of advice as part of a much bigger comeback story. It's really clever.
And here's exactly how they build that story. It's kind of like a recipe. First, you've got the day itself, Tuesday, which is ruled by Mars. And Mars, according to this, gives you courage. Then you add in the moon's position, which is ruled by Jupiter, and that brings renewal and hope. So what do you get when you mix them together? A really powerful day where you have the courage from Mars and the opportunity from Jupiter to get back anything you might have lost. It's a potent combination.
All right, let's move on to the main event, the part everyone flips to first, the specific predictions for all 12 zodiac signs. This is where that big, hopeful theme we just talked about gets personal. For this first group of signs, the themes are all about your internal world and your immediate surroundings. So for Aries, it's about channeling high energy. But hey, watch that temper. Taurus gets some very practical advice. Get your finances in order. Gemini is looking at more emotional stability and maybe some extra cash. And for Cancer, wow, the moon is entering your sign, making it the perfect day for a total fresh start.
Now, as we get to the next batch of signs, notice the shift. The focus moves outward, more toward the world at large. Leo is told to watch their spending, but also to expect good news from far away. Virgo's social life is buzzing. A project might pop up through friends. For Libra, a big career move could be on the horizon. And Scorpio, well, Scorpio is told their luck is at a whopping 90%, especially for travel. You can really feel the story expanding here.
And for the final group, the advice gets even more dialed in. Sagittarius gets a little bit of a warning, be careful on the road, but also the promise of some unexpected money. Capricorn is all about harmony in relationships, both in business and at home. Aquarius is told they'll overcome their enemies, but they need to focus on their health. And finally, Pisces gets a fantastic day for creativity and romance. Your wishes just might come true.
Now, here's where it gets really interesting. The forecast doesn't just stop at telling you what might happen. It gives you a tool. It offers an actual, actionable ritual that's designed to help you take control and shape the day in your favor. The instructions are super precise. Check out the numbers. You recite a blessing 11 times, then you chant the main phrase 111 times, then you repeat the first blessing another 11 times to close it out. And that's a huge part of the appeal, isn't it? It goes beyond just passive reading and gives you something you can do. It offers a tangible sense of control over your own destiny, and its purpose is crystal clear. Gain protection and pave the way for success.
So this is the key phrase at the heart of the ritual. Ya Qawiyyu, Ya Aziz. These are names for God that basically mean, O the Most Strong, O the Almighty. The idea is that by chanting these names, you're calling on that divine strength and power in your own life, and see how that connects right back to the theme of Mars bringing courage for the day? It all ties together.
Okay, so let's pull back and look at the whole thing. When you put all these pieces together, the hopeful theme, the personal advice, and the practical ritual, a really clear and powerful message starts to take shape. This is basically the formula. It starts with hope, that return of light idea. Then it gives you empowerment, using astrology to give you a sense of direction. It offers a feeling of protection with a ritual you can perform. And finally, it calls for action, pushing you to get in the driver's seat of your own life. It's a complete, satisfying story, all packed into one daily forecast.
And all of this leaves us with a pretty fascinating question. What we're seeing here is how an ancient system of prophecy is being repackaged into a structured, modern format for daily guidance. It's not just a dusty old prediction. It makes you wonder, in our fast-paced, data-driven world, what is it about this ancient structure that still feels so incredibly powerful and personally relevant to us today?